Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny here, and I'm coming to you today with a video about under eye powders, highlighting powders, and different things like that. Okay, so with the popularity of Kim K and all these reality girls, you know, these powders have become super duper popular. They've been around for years, they've been popular for years. People have been using them on YouTube for years. But I get a lot of requests now due to the, you know, re-emergence of them being like everything. So I want to start out with the one that I'm actually loving the most right now, and also the one that's probably the most popular on YouTube as far as the brand goes. And this is the Nye powder, and the one that I use in particular is Topaz. Now I would have to say that one of the most popular ones in general would be banana powder. I do have a variation of banana powder that is a MAC powder, okay? And I believe this is called Soft Yellow, and this is a pro product, so if you can't get it, you may want to try to call the pro number. But I want to kind of just explain to you what they are, how to use them, and then I of course have a whole bunch of substitutes. Now the setting powders are what they are, and they're used to set areas of moisture. So now say for instance you do some highlighter or some concealer under your eye that's a cream product, you would then want to go in with a powder product to set it. A, to keep it from being too oily, B, to keep it from budging, and C, to help it last a lot longer. You don't have to use a powder set, you can use a liquid set. But if you're going to use a powder, I kind of think that the powders show up a little bit better, especially on camera. If you're looking for that pow factor face, that beat for the cheap seats face, that's not going to look too overly done. I definitely recommend the Topaz powder, especially if you're around my tone. Now the way you'd go about picking your tone is I naturally just look, when I don't have any makeup on, what color is the most similar to the center of my face. And I actually like Topaz or Sienna. I actually gave Sienna to my mother over the holiday because it's kind of similar to her all over face appearance. But yes, this is Topaz and this is the color I use, and I basically use it right directly under my eye. And I'll show you with my favorite brush from Michaels, which is like a little squirrel brush here, and I just take it and I will maneuver it under my eye area. This helps to make my under eye appear brighter, me to appear younger, more wider awake. And then if you bring it up further, as you can see I did, it also gives your face a super lifted and a very high cheekbone type of appearance. I have some here in a cap, and I'm just going to show you a bit of a live application. And as you can see, it just gives my face a nice warmth. I like to use it under my eyes, in my chin area, down my nose, underneath my brow bone, on top of the concealer that I usually use to highlight my eyebrows. And it just really gives a really lifted effect. Another more popular way to apply it is with a puff. Now this puff is actually from e.l.f. I kind of like to take it and just roll it around my finger, dip it in the product, and then roll it in the areas that you want to apply it. And you can also stamp. This helps as to not buzz your makeup. Sometimes using a brush can help to move your makeup, and it also helps to keep the product that you're trying to set for a little bit longer. Another thing you can do with these Nye powders is you can use them a little damp, you can use them wet as a concealer or as a cream or a liquid product. And the product that I use to kind of create a medium is maybe Urban Decay All Nighter or one of their fixing sprays. I mix it, or I spray on a brush, and then I'll go and I'll use it as a liquid or a cream. Okay, so here you see I have a little bit of a damp brush, and I have some of the product on there. And as you can see, it pretty much just takes on a concealer-like consistency. So that's also a nice way to highlight and use it to help accentuate your facial features a little bit more. My second favorite product is definitely the Sephora Micro Smooth, and this is in color Deep 56. This is color Deep 56, and I really like this one in particular because it reminds me kind of as a MAC mineralized skin finish. It has that kind of mineral, kind of shimmery, light reflecting properties to it. So I really like this one as well. And I got this one with a little bit more of a warmth to it because I like to use this especially under my eyes and in the center of my face. And in the center of my face, I definitely have the most warmth. So I will show you on this eye how it kind of looks. None of this is supposed to be a super serious application. I just kind of want to show you how easy it is to work with these products and then the slight differences that you'll be able to see. I just kind of shudge that right under my eye and along the tops and around my cheek area, down my nose, in the center, chin, and all that. Because it really just helps to lift and push your face. It looks as though the sun is kissing your face, makes your face look really, really pretty. Of course, I also have the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this one is in Deep Dark, and this is more of a red tone. Now, I also use this in the center of my face, but I use this more so when I am going to have my foundation be a little bit more toward the red side. Generally, the outside of my face is red, the center is yellow, which is warm, so I will just apply some of this when I'm going more for a red toned foundation. And I also just use this to naturally highlight my face and not just my under eye area. This is one of my Miljo Corp Terra bronzers, and this one is in medium, and this one reminds me a lot of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Now, I purchased this from Dwayne Reed in New York, and I really like these because they're baked and they're mineralized, so you can use them wet or dry. I like the consistency and the way they come off on the brush, very light and very fluffy. And I use this also as a highlighter and also under my cheekbone and under my highlight. This really, really helps the face to pop a lot. And this is also great for directly under the eye. In the occasion you have a little bit of a dark circle, you want to use a little bit of this maybe with some of your concealer to set it. Try not to use too much, especially if you have like crepey or creasy under eyes, because that's going to help accentuate the crepey and the creasiness. But if you're just looking for a highlighter or something to help pop your face even more, the Terra bronzers are really, really awesome. That moves me forward to just regular everyday face powders. This one is from L'Oreal, and this is the True Match W10, and I like this because, you know, it's readily available. They're kind of inexpensive. Well, they're pretty inexpensive. And then there are a whole range of colors. So if you're the type of person who likes to set your under eye, or you like a brighter under eye, you can definitely go to the store and pick up a facial powder, a regular facial powder that's a little bit lighter than your skin, maybe a shade or two lighter. This one is actually pretty much my skin tone, but when I want to go for a little bit of a deeper skin tone, like sometimes I do so many things with foundation. Foundation is one of the things that almost varies on me day to day, but when I'm going for a little bit of a deeper foundation, this works as a very subtle highlight for my under my eye, and then as well as under my eyebrow. Another powder that I'm a fan of are the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals, and this one is in 420 Translucent Honey, and this one actually reminds me the most of the Ben Nye powders. They're very finely milled. Except for these have a little bit of a shimmer in it. They're very finely milled. They go on pretty translucent, but they do leave a light wash of color. So if you are looking for a little bit of a highlight for the center of your face, you should definitely go and check out some of the CoverGirl powders. I know that people are having a hard time finding the Ben Nye powders, and don't get me wrong, they are awesome and definitely worth the hunt. But if you can't find it, the CoverGirl powders do the exact same job, and they're pretty inexpensive. They probably run about parallel to the Ben Nye powders, and they're really readily available, and they're really, really pretty. So here I have Translucent Honey, and as you can see, hopefully, it really, really adds a nice shimmer effect, and I like to just go in lightly and dust that all over the places that I do have highlight. It's not really one of those products that you have to be extremely, extremely, extremely precise and careful with, because it's a very light powder and it's just going to give your face a little bit of a glow. So hopefully you can see that. I just wanted to share with you guys some of my favorite highlighting powders and some alternatives to Ben Nye, and also let you know what Ben Nye powder I use, because I get a lot of questions about that, because I know Ben Nye is like everything right now. So I had to go ahead and jump on that bandwagon. Anyway, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you liked it. And as always, I'm going to thank you guys so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch, and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye. I got electrocuted. Oh, my stomach. Oh. I can't believe I got electrocuted.